you ever wondered why your cat suddenly bites you, even when everything feels calm and cozy? That sudden bite can feel confusing. One moment everything is peaceful, and the next, there's a sharp nip. It's easy to assume it means aggression, but most of the time, it doesn't. Cats don't use words. They communicate through subtle physical signals, tail movements, ear angles, muscle tension, even the rhythm of their breathing. The problem is, many of these signals are so quiet that they're easy to miss. When those early messages go unnoticed, a bite becomes the clearest, fastest way to communicate. But not all bites are the same. Each one has a different cause, and understanding those differences is what separates confusion from connection. 1. You missed the "please stop" signal. Petting often starts as something enjoyable. A cat leans in, purrs, maybe even nudges your hand for more. But unlike humans, cats have a relatively low tolerance for repeated physical stimulation. What feels soothing at first can slowly build into irritation or sensory overload. Before a bite happens, the body starts to change. The tail may flick in short, sharp movements. The ears rotate slightly backward. The muscles under your hand tighten almost imperceptibly. These are early warning signs, not of enjoyment, but of discomfort building. When these signals are ignored, the bite becomes a last resort. It's not a sudden mood swing, it's the final step in a sequence that started much earlier. Respecting those early signs and stopping before the bite teaches the cat that communication works, which strengthens trust over time. 2. Your hand became a toy. During kittenhood, play is practice for hunting. Movement triggers instinct. If hands are used during play, wiggling fingers, tapping, pulling away quickly, the cat's brain categorizes them as prey. This association becomes deeply ingrained over time. So when a cat later pounces or bites a hand, it's not acting out, it's following a learned pattern. The behavior is reinforced every time the hand reacts like prey by moving away quickly, which mimics escape. This actually makes the interaction more exciting and rewarding for the cat. The key to changing this behavior is consistency. Replacing hands with toys, like wand toys or feathers, creates a clear boundary. Over time, the cat relearns what is appropriate to chase and what is not. 3. Something hurts. Cats are biologically wired to hide pain. In the wild, showing weakness makes an animal vulnerable, so cats instinctively mask discomfort. This means they can appear completely normal, eating, walking, even playing, while still experiencing pain. However, when a sensitive or injured area is touched, the reaction is immediate. A bite in this context is not emotional, it's reflexive protection. Common sources of pain include dental disease, joint inflammation like arthritis, internal discomfort, or minor injuries that aren't visible externally. What makes this especially important is the change in pattern. A cat that has never bitten before may suddenly start, or the biting may only happen when a specific area is touched. These are strong indicators that the issue is physical, not behavioral, and should be taken seriously. 4. Fear took over. Fear-based biting happens quickly and often without the gradual build-up seen in overstimulation. It's an instinctive reaction triggered when the cat perceives a threat. In that moment, the brain shifts into survival mode, prioritizing immediate action over evaluation. The cause of fear can vary widely: loud noises, sudden movements, unfamiliar people, or being approached when the cat feels cornered. Physical signs often accompany this state: a crouched posture, flattened ears, dilated pupils, or even raised fur. Importantly, the bite is not about aggression, it's about creating distance. When escape feels limited or impossible, biting becomes the most effective tool. Giving space and allowing the cat to retreat reduces the likelihood of repeated fear responses. 5. The environment feels overwhelming. Cats rely heavily on predictability. Their sense of security is built around familiar scents, stable layouts, and consistent routines. Even small changes, moving furniture, introducing new objects, or changes in household activity, can disrupt that sense of stability. When too many changes occur at once, stress begins to accumulate. A cat in this state may appear more alert, reactive, or withdrawn. Its tolerance for interaction decreases significantly. If approached during this heightened state, even a normally gentle cat may respond with a bite. This is not due to hostility, but because its capacity to process additional stimulation is already maxed out. Maintaining a stable environment and allowing adjustment time helps reduce this type of reaction. A bite is never random. It is always connected to a physical state, an emotional response, or a learned behavior. The key is not to react to the bite itself, but to understand what led to it. By observing patterns, body language, timing, environment, you begin to see the message behind the action. And once those messages are understood, what once felt unpredictable becomes something clear, consistent, and deeply communicative.